Hello everyone, welcome back to another daily trading forecast video. Today is the 2nd of June and it is the third day of the trading week. So today we are going to go through some of the major or the key focused. We have euro dollar right here. As according to what I have forecast, I'm actually expecting a retest of the previous high or somewhere near the high. And it might most likely go down even further. So here's the reasons, which I'm not going to go through again. You can always come back and take a look at it. And what's happening right now? Let us have a look. So we are seeing that the price actually, as predicted, it went up. Right now we are seeing resistance, right? On the daily time frame is leaving a long upper shadow as of now, and the price is coming down. So coming back to the chart itself, we are seeing that in the 4-hourly time frame, right, the price has went up for the last 2 days, right, got resisted at the neckline of this double top formation, as well as the well, we can see there is resistance at this price a lot of times, and then it turned support, came down. Right now it turned back into a resistance. So it came down. Well, we are still seeing some sort of support at the trend line right here, which is actually the bottom of a rising channel. So the thing is that because there was a breakout previously, although you went all the way back and sit right at the top, there is a breakout signal right there previously. So and of course, right now if we look at the daily time frame, we can kind of see that this is the entire range for the euro against US dollar right now, and definitely it is at a high, right? So it's actually at a range high, and there are constant resistance at the top, and most importantly, this area right here, right, is a important supply zone, and therefore we can expect strong resistance at this point at this point. And right now we are seeing resistance and a reversal at this area. So in my case, or accordingly to my trading plan for the week, I do intend to short or to sell euro against US dollar. And targeting wise, I'll be looking at least somewhere back to this support right here, or very minor demand zone. Because at the end of the day, I still think that the dollar will weaken in the longer run, because the government is just spending so much money. And recently, Yellen came out just to say that they are spending too little. So that's how it is. And this is basically a very straightforward plan for myself. Sell the range top, okay, when there's sign of resistance with other factors, and I think we are good to go. Next, let us take a look at the gold. Alright, we can see that the gold is also trading very high. Alright, it has been climbing since late March or early April after forming a double bottom. Alright, strong breakout of the neckline, and it just kept going all the way up. Right, so in fact, we are right now seeing some sort of formation. Right, I don't have to tell you what it is. Any case, it is also at a 4.5 month supply zone. I think it's coming to 5 months, and we're already seeing resistance at the same time. So let me just go back and take a look at what I have forecast for the week. So in my weekly forecast, if we were to play out, all right, if we were to play it out, it went down first, right? It didn't. It actually tried to climb a little bit, but quickly it came down. So from what I see right now, it is actually following the second plan, the second route. Alright, usually my primary forecast or prediction is on this solid arrow, whereas my secondary forecast is usually the dotted ones. Alright, just for your information. So right now we are seeing that it's coming down first. I will be waiting for a little bit more of a pullback. In fact, we just want to just take note that right now there's already some sort of support. So you might want to consider if there's any kind of support right there, any kind of reversal signal, you might want to consider buying the gold, as we can see right now. You see this trend line, I think I just draw it today because it is supporting the higher lows pretty well, and right now it is back to this level. And definitely because previously there's this a falling channel or the pullback channel, it breaks out right here. So this area itself forms a demand zone, and we are seeing support and we are seeing buyers as well, right? So there's a good chance that it might just rebound and go higher from here, right? So for today, you might want to look at this. You might want to try to buy right now, but you got to expect further pullback as well, if there is. And because this will actually bring the price all the way to the bottom of this riding channel that's channeling out of the previous channel as well. So these are the two ways to look at it. Definitely I'm bullish on the gold. I don't plan to sell, I only plan to buy, right, as I've been saying for a very long time, because of the current inflation situation we have right now, and going forward I think it's going to get worse. Alright, so let us move on. Next, let's take a look at the Nasdaq or US 100 if you're trading the CFD. So I've been talking about, I'll just go to the forecast again, so it's easy for us to see how our forecasts have played out so far. So I'm expecting a primary pull, right? Primarily, you will go down first, okay, reach this demand zone before you go up. So this is a demand zone simply because this is the breakout. We can see there's a lot of buying and selling going on right at this area, which is why it's a good demand zone. So if we were to play it out right now, we're still seeing constant resistance, and price is finally coming down. The low is finally breaking lower, as you can see. So coming back to the chart, after it came down, although selling kind of have weakened a little bit, but obviously there's not much buyer as well. But however, we are still seeing support right here, so we gotta still be aware of it. But maybe, all right, since it's actually growing upwards, it's opening up, or there's a possibility it can go all the way back here before it comes down. Well, that I do not know, but at least this trend itself, which came from yesterday, is pretty strong one. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, right, it will be much obvious. So it pulls back once, came down, ranging. What might happen is, this is how I look at it, it might go up again somewhere right here, because this is the breakout area. Somewhere right here, 13,700, we can actually try to sell again. Primarily, my goal is to take profit only when it reaches this demand zone right here. Okay, so we're still a little bit far away, or maybe somewhere right here as well, because this is the double bottom. All right, that's a demand zone. So these are two targets, 13,500, 13,400. Yeah, about that area. I'm not really bearish on the US stock markets. It's just that I think there are a lot of uncertainty playing out right now, so it could be kind of ranging. And of course, back then I did explain to you guys that the pullback is not haven't reached 10%, and as for the rest of it, the major pullbacks are usually at least 10% and above, and this time around it is not. So which is why I thought, hey, maybe there's still another chance for it to go even lower before it actually goes up. So that's on a bigger picture, but for today I'm just focusing to sell it again when it comes back to this price. Or maybe it will just form a consolidation right here, and then it will just break out. Alright, that's another possibility. Alright, so that's for the Nasdaq. Moving on, we have the US oil, or the crude oil. Well, for the crude oil, based on the weekly forecast, I'm very bullish on the oil markets due to lack of supply and growing demand. And so what I have said right here is, because I forgot to draw the arrow, so it's not obvious right here. So I just come back to the statement right here. This week we expect the market to break me. I'm sorry for the typo. I think what I'm trying to say is the breakout of the previous high, but not excluding a possible pullback at the beginning of the week. I'm expecting a breakout higher, but not expecting, not excluding a pullback. All right. And if the price drop first, we can do the buy at 66 to 65.4 region. And if it breaks higher, we just simply wait for pullback and buy at a breakout level. So let's see how it plays out right now. Alright, so apparently since the beginning of the week, it went all the way up, breaks out of this resistance and pullbacks to this level. So it pulls back to the breakout level, which is accordingly to my plan, is that I am going to look for an opportunity to buy. So if we were to just try to plot some lines right here, trend lines, stuff like this, we are seeing a kind of a support at the trend line, but I think to make it more refined, I'll start from here because this is the trend that started, right? So I think we should look at this trend line instead, and at this breakout level, which has turned into a support, we can wait for a further consolidation, right? Can wait for further consolidation as it moves towards the end, and then we try to see if there's buyers actually trying to push the price higher, and we can try to buy, or wait for a breakout right here, hopefully a very small pullback before we actually start to buy. This will at least give us a confirmation in a sense. So it really depends on your trading style and your trading strategy, but what I'm trying to say is that I think we can buy right here at the breakout level, as accordingly to what I have said in my forecast. So that's at about 67.7 ish, right? So very straightforward for the US oil, because as you can see right now it's breaking the previous high, and if we were to go to the weekly time frame, we are still pretty far from the equilibrium of the entire major, or rather in the bigger picture, for the entire market. The equilibrium for the oil markets, and as we can see in the monthly time frame, is right at 76. I'll just make it 77, right? So we are still far from it. We are still not even 70. Definitely we will reach 70, I believe. So yeah, we can definitely continue to stay bullish for the for the US oil, and definitely the fundamental reasons supports that reasoning as well. So that's for the US oil. And last but not least, let us take a look at the Bitcoin. Alright, so the Bitcoin market, if we were to look, let's go and take a look at my weekly forecast. So in my weekly forecast, I already expected that it will range for the time being. Volatility is very low. The conviction to continue to add position to Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies are still very weak in a sense. So we are definitely expecting a ranging market. Even if it breaks out, it will still range within 46,000 or maybe 47,000, and somewhere to 30,000. And if it goes lower, it can go all the way to 25 and followed by 20. All right, I do expect a pullback to 20,000 or 19,000, and I think that would be a very good price to buy by the time it reaches the price. But as of now, I think it's still somewhere in the middle. It's not good. It's not really good for buying. It's not really good for selling. I'm talking about if you're looking at something longer term. If you are looking at intraday, just look at the consolidation, look at the range, and just trade within the range and get out as soon as you have made profits. I mean, as in, if you buy the low and it goes to the high, you just go to sell it right away. Don't try to hold too much, unless your conviction for buying the cryptocurrency is very strong, and you have your own strategy. That's another story. So let's come back to the chart itself. Sorry, I should go back here. So let's play out, right? Let's play it out. So far, it is going accordingly to what we have forecast as well, right? It rebounded off from the bottom of the consolidation. It's still going up, and right now it pulls back a little bit. Seems to be going up again. So looking at the current charts right now, maybe just go all the way to the 1 hourly time frame. We saw that this trend line has been broken. Price came back down, found support, went up. Now it goes into another small range, and we are seeing some sort of a breakout from this very minor pullback. and I think we can just simply expect it to go back to the top right here, and this is definitely a minor supply zone, okay, for us to take profits, to consider taking profit. And with that, you who have completed a few bullish wave towards the top of the consolidation, and that's where, if you have bought or if you intend to buy very soon, that's where you should consider take profits. So for Bitcoin right now, this is how it is. If there's any major changes in the fundamental, or there's very critical technical breakouts, I will talk about it again. But if not, that's all for the Bitcoin. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. If you like our video, do subscribe to our channels to stay updated, and of course like our videos to support us. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again tomorrow.